Hey guys, welcome back to Surin Thailand. As you can see, we are still in sunny Surin. Definitely think my colours changed since I made my first video a few weeks ago. Yeah, still super hot every day. Anybody who's been to Thailand, living in Thailand will know. Anybody who's thinking of visiting around the Songkran time knows exactly how hot it is. So just going to make a quick video today to tell you about what's going on. So we were going to be fencing off the bottom area, but as you probably see, they have moved the post to the front. They're going to run a line down this side with the fence posts. Anybody who's thinking of building a house in Thailand, the reason that I keep posting these short clippets is to show you guys what exactly you can expect. Anybody who's thinking of buying a house in Thailand, buying land, probably going to go through these steps. Those of you with Thai girlfriends, probably going to be going through this as well. So fence over this side, which is just made of bamboo and wood, that's going to stay for a while. Probably not going to develop that anymore. No news on the land that's next to it at the moment. Apparently it's not really worth having a conversation at the moment to try and buy that as well. But we'll see what happens. Guys have been here today. They're just finishing up. It's around about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It's still around 37 degrees. So, as I said at the beginning of the video, anybody who's here knows. Anybody who's thinking of visiting, that's what you can expect for the majority of the cities this time of year. There is no escaping the heat if you are out in the open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to walk back down on the line, show you guys exactly what's been done today, give you a little bit of a clue what the plan's going to be. Right guys, here we go. So just in case you couldn't see, because I'll be honest with you, sun was in my eyes even if I have sunglasses on there. You can see they've laid out the posts. I'm presuming they're thinking we're going to be buying some more, and not really too sure how much further we want to go. I want to kind of wrap up and just take a week. Got about 20th of April today, so I've got about 11 days before I've got to be back in Bangkok. Return hire car, Suzuki Swift, very nice indeed to drive. I'm not saying that I'd like to own one in the future, of course, but definitely something that has made my whole trip in Isaan a lot easier. Anybody coming up this way, I would definitely suggest hiring a car. Thailand, you kind of got Grab, maybe a couple of other companies, but up here, kind of as it's called, out in the sticks, there is not that much availability to be able to get a ride. So having a car is a very, 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 very much a must. As you can see, kind of area that we bought our land in is very different. I'm sure everybody has their own opinion, but again, those guys that live in Isaan, those guys that have visited with their Thai girlfriends, know that this pretty much is rural Thailand. The Bangkok, Pattayas, Phukets, Chiang Mai, Samuis, PPs and all those, you don't really get a huge feel of where a lot of people come from. Their beginnings maybe, but this is exactly what it looks like, which is why a lot of people move to the city. And those that have girlfriends wherever they've met them, however they've met them, this is the kind of place that they come from. you know, they just want to give their parents a better life, build a better house, and so on and so forth. So back to the plan. So we got our posts here. There's kind of a gap here because we're not gonna block off access yet. Even if we do, probably gonna end up having a gate down the bottom there so people can get through and get out. I'm not quite sure how that's all gonna work, but the posts are laid out. Today, these folks have been very, very busy. Just gonna stroll over, try not to have a conversation, I must admit. But it's never easy. Normally ask me what I'm doing. I'm busy eating a mango. So wires down here on the floor, those are used to make a wire frame at the bottom of the posts which they put in. Words I've learned since I've been up here is Sao. We've managed to get all of them in today after, if you saw yesterday's short, they were cutting out the coconut tree. So what they've done is they've dug a rough ditch down on the bottom, and I've got to mind my step. As you can see, all the posts are in now across our landline. Still got a bit of that stump to get out. It's turning out to be a bit stubborn. If you see tropical storms blow coconut trees, they don't always blow them over. I'm not surprised. I think that's probably one of the better pictures there. You can see the roots that come off of it that keep it in the ground. Of course, it does bear a beautiful fruit. So like I said, all the posts are in. They've dug their small trench, got this wire frame in. Got to say, I've had look at a few online how it's been done, so just to kind of back up my knowledge as well. But today they've managed to get in quite a bit of this all the way along. Probably be finishing up and pouring the concrete tomorrow, which is Saturday. I'm not sure I'm going to be on site Saturday. I'd like to go and do a few things, but try to be on here as much as possible. Now you can see that they've started the shuttering, pretty sure that's what it's called, for the bottom, and this reinforces the posts to be able to stand up, and also the bottom half, which will probably be block work, it's the base for that. So it's been leveled out. Okay, you can see basically how basic some of their building is. They're just literally going to use the rocks to keep the shuttering and then pour the concrete in. Some of you may say, well, what about the holes? Well, apparently when it's all covered back in, just gives it a more stable base. But yeah, that's where they've got so far. So pour the concrete in on these parts, and then they'll reuse the board for shuttering, and they'll go further up. The post which you saw laying on the soil, the ground, while the concrete that's poured sets over a couple of days, they'll be digging out and putting those in, finish off the shuttering on this end, pour that, and then I think that's about it for this journey. Like I said, we only got about 10 days left and I've got to be back in Bangkok But yeah, as you can see, end of the day work not quite complete, but it's looking good so far as I can compare it to what I've seen online. But yeah, so from sunny Surin, it's me saying see you again soon. Please subscribe if you've made it to the end of the video, and thank you very much for subscribing, you 17 who have.